Hello viewers, this is ZagaTech FX. In my past video I did a little highlight about indicators, and today I'm going to talk about one indicator. I call this indicator myself super light indicator. With no further ado, let's get started. So this is a MT4 dashboard, and I also did a video about MT4, how to access all those things here in a short forms. Without the description of the video link is below this video, or you can search it in my search channel and you'll see it there. Now in my former video also I talked about how to install indicator, but I'm going to do a little highlight about this indicator here. So the first thing you need to do for you to install indicator is click on File, open your data folder, allow your data folder to load. I think it's delaying. If the data folder loads, this is the indicator. I'm planning to do what? Install, call this super light indicator. I have to open it up, double click to open it up. Now I think this is the data folder. I've clicked to open. I have to click MQL4, then click indicators, double click on indicators. Then this is the indicator I bought online and I downloaded, or any indicator you got from anywhere. You copy this whole thing here, except the template, because template goes to template folder. So if there is more than four folders here, check the names of the folder and pick those things and insert it where it's supposed to be in the MQL or template folder. So I have to copy this indicator and paste this indicator here, then go back again because I've already done that. Open the template folder. This is the template. I go back again. This is the template folder. I open the template folder, copy this template and paste it here. Then I have to close this off. Close this off also. Right click on this navigator bar. Right click on this place, refresh, and I have to allow it to completely refresh the system. It's still loading. So when it's done refreshing, you see this here. Then I have to close this here, come to this chart, right click, template, and add the template. You see, as you can see now, this is the template I want to talk about today. So with no further ado, let me start with this template. This template is a very powerful template. It contains trend lines, arrows, entry and exits, pivot points, which has the RS1, RS2, RS3, RS4, and entry and exit points. And I think I taught about pivot points in my Telegram channel, but with no further ado, let me start with trend lines. Trend lines shows the direction of the trends. So as you can see, this is a trend line. It sold here, retraced again, sold again, sold little, retraced more, sold again, retraced again, which means it's still going to pivot point. But first of all, let me talk about this pivot point. I'm not going to go deep because I have the video. Sorry guys, I have the lecture in the Telegram channel. The description of the channel is below this video. Now this pivot points are often compared with Fibonacci level, since both of them become self-fulfilling. That is it. Like if you talk about pivot point, you talk about Fibonacci, both of them looks alike. This Fibonacci here. So when you hold Fibonacci and draw, you see one little tiny yellow lights there because of the indicator. So both of them looks alike. So that's the main thing. So most of them look alike due to the fact that a lot of traders around the world, even you and I, use this pivot points. So pivot points are used for what? Range trading. You see range trading. That's why I said ranging. You know when it hits, know when it crosses, when it reverses. Range trading, you have the all points targets. I'll target each point of the movement, or you talk about measuring the market sentiments, and so many other things, or breakout trading, or range trading, or placing stop losses, this pivot point helps you do so. So even if you enter a trade, sell here, or you enter a sell button here, this is exactly where you have to put your stop loss and click your profit, maybe here or here. So, and also has the S1, which is support and resistance. Support 1, resistance 1, resistance 2, 3, 4, 5. The support 2, support 3 is still down, support 4 is still down. So I don't want to talk much about this, because when you talk about resistance 1, you talk about this the calculation that is how they calculate it. 2 pp, that is low minus low. The second one, you talk about a pivot point plus high minus low. The last one, you talk about a high plus 2 pivot points minus low. Then support 1, you talk about high. Support 2, you talk about pivot minus high minus low. Then support 3, you talk about low minus 2 minus high minus pivot points. So all these things is a complicated calculation, which I'm not going to talk about or start showing you guys how to calculate that. Definitely, if you go to my channel, there's a way I broke it down for you. And most indicators have, as in dozens of indicators have pivot point, which are already implanted ready for you. So to avoid miscalculation or anything you want to do about. And basically, professional traders uses this pivot point, these lines you see here that goes straight like this. So professional traders uses pivot point to profit in small movement. For example, you see these are small movements, you know, to profit with this entry, exit, and all these entries all depends on the spread of your broker. Because if you have a spread that is large, then you're gonna have a typical loss in any trade that has a high spread. So this indicator is good if you want to start a range trading or scalping, and also good for swing, and it's also good in 15 minutes time frame. I can try 1 minute time frame. Is also nice in 1 minute time frame. This is how it is, this is how it is. But most of the times the arrow is at the top of this circle, and most when you didn't see the zigzag arrow, it's an invalid signal. So that is it. Let me switch back to my 1 hour time frame. Now, when professional trader uses this indicator, they make small profit during the small movement of the price, and the market favors them. Then why you want to need to calculate this pivot point yourself? You don't have to do so. So it's already there. It's already there implanted for you. So the pivot point there shows you the previous day high, previous day low, previous day close. So let me not bore you with those kind of analysis or code and those kind of words. Let me get straight to the point. This, as you can see, this indicator now, it's plain, it's straight, have trend line, pivot point, zigzag, entry and exit signal, and round stuff here. Now, how do you use this trend? Most people trade the indicator like this, but for me, I add few things to trade this to use. I add few things in this indicator to use it. So I don't just use it like that way. I know when to enter a long trade. I know when to enter. I know when to swing with it. So maybe this here now is a long buy. You see a long buy here, but in the long buy here, it swing, retraced, up again, retraced, up, retraced again, retraced again, retraced again. So the first retrace crosses here, second retraced, fourth retraced. And when you want to trade such, you can trade in any time frame. So as soon as you enter a signal in a time frame and take your profit, like this circle here is an invalid signal, this circle here is an invalid signal. So what indicator do I have to add or to attach to guarantee my success in trading? At least 85 to 90% of success in trading this indicator. This indicator is a very powerful indicator. As long as it has pivot point of Fibonacci, it's a very powerful one with trend lines and other things that is very easy for you to use. Now let me add a few indicators that I always like to use to trade FX. I have to make the color of the level little thick. Okay. Then I've added this. Now there's another one I have to add. Good. Now this is the simple thing I use to trade this platform. These are the simple indicators I use to trade this platform, which is also very unique and very simple and quote me right, if you have this indicator, you'll be making substantial profit because this signal comes once in a while. Understand? Now let me show you guys something. Let's say I want to enter a trade in 30 minutes. So forget about that. I want to enter a trade in 30 minutes. Now, okay, let me use 15 minutes as an example. Now you see all these things here. Now you see a spike here, adjust for entry. Now let me explain this second. Okay, the last one first. The last one is just a long buy and a long sell. So forget about the swing. The entry signal started from here. Watch the big green arrow here, enters from here, and it went for a long buy and dropped and sold here. When he sold here, he went a long sell again. From this point, it went by a invalid signal. When this invalid signal, be careful when you trade this. So back to what I was saying. Now this is just a simple explanation of this trend. When you by looking at it, you know the strong buy, you know the strong sell, you know the sell buy, sell buy. Now let me explain this one called a vertex model. This vertex model has 4 chambers. The first chamber is 6, the second one is 10 on an uptrend. Then the lower trend have -6 and -10, which is the opposite. Now how do you trade this? How do you combine this with your trend? Let me move into 1 hour time frame so you understand it very well. Good. This is 1 hour time frame and how you can trade this in 1 hour time frame. Now from here to this spot is a buy signal, which you can see here. From here to here, complete green, a buy signal, and it dropped here and went sell here till it went up again. So from here now is still going to go up, but you don't know if it's going to swing down again because this is a sell signal. You're going to sell a little, buy, sell a little, buy again. Now let me explain this vertex mode. This 6 here is called overbought or overlong or overbuy. In forex language, overbought, overlong, over what? Buy. Then the second one here, which is 10, is called extreme overbought, extreme overlong, or extreme overbuy. So I call this one OB, overbought, EOB, extreme overbought. Then the second one below, the opposite of it is -6. The below one is here oversold. The last one is extreme oversold. So that is the main thing I understand now. You need to understand now. Now, how do you enter a trade? How do you have a short signal to enter, and when do you swing with it, and when do you scalp with it? Now, this is a valid signal. Let's say this is a valid signal. This here you see here is a valid signal. You understand? So as you can see, this valid signal here, yeah, you can also see another signal here which shows arrow buy. This one has crossed oversold and crossed extreme oversold, which means it's time for you to do what? Buy. So nothing can make it cross here again, and the same thing applicable to this point, this entry here. It entered before there. This is entry here. See this small arrow here? That's when they show you enter. But the first thing, you just wait for this arrow to show up before you now enter the signal. And this signal went a long buy and show this up here. So if you go along this way, you can take a short profit here. And how do you measure your profit? You click this crosshair here, you enter through this one and took your profit at the end of this candlestick, which is 12 pips. But if you still hold it, when you swing back again, because it's still ranging with this one, when you swing back again to this point, you can still buy again. This one touches extreme overbought and it's continuing to trend up till you get to this point. See this tick star here in the middle of this place? That is where this long range zigzag arrow is. Now, to sell again, this crosses overbought, crosses extreme overbought. Then you have to again do what? Sell. So this one touches oversold and is buying. And secondly, before you sell, make sure you watch the candlestick, because there's something I talked about candlestick. When you see them, you know it's sell. When you see them, you know it's buy. When you watch this candlestick here, the last candlestick that ends, you see how it ends. You know see how this one ends too, which means it ends above here. This one also ends above here, which is buy, ends above here, and that's how it is. So when you go to my Telegram channel, you see what I thought about candlesticks. So this indicator is very simple. I told you guys I'm not going to bore you in talking much about this indicator, but I'm looking at it, you understand how to use them. So anyhow you get this indicator, learn to practice with it on your demo account first. So if you want to scalp with it on 15 minutes time frame, use this and make your profit. Now, and make sure you enter through a valid signal. You don't enter through a short signal. When you see something like this, so this is on a valid signal, but you enter something like this in 15 minutes, make sure you check your 4 hours time frame and calculate very well before you enter a trade. But this indicator works so much cool in 4 hours, H1, and 30 minutes. It works well there. In 15 minutes you can manage it there, but in 30 minutes, 4 hours, and 1 hour, you can use this indicator very well. Before you enter a trade in when you choose 1 hour, and after studying your trade, before you enter a trade, check your H4 to know if the trend is still going sell. You can see it's going buy here, but in 1 hour is selling. Then in 30 minutes again, it's also about to sell. So it's going to sell for this 4 hours. So it's going to sell for this. You see hammer there? I think this last candlestick you see here, when it expires, you need to know the direction, because I know this candlesticks here. So you have to add a timer, timer to this candlestick to know when it's going to expire. So I think I have timer here, candlestick timer. So today market is off. The time is not going to show because this is the last candlestick. So to show you the timer or time elapsation on this candlestick, and you know the direction it's supposed to go, and watch candlestick and know the kind of candlestick that ends with it. Now, we know for the audio, I think I've covered a few things here, because I said I will not bore you with a lot of words. So that is it. You trade with this signal. You see high here in 4 hours time frame. If you want to go a long trade, you see high here, it crosses over bought, crosses over it, wait for it, and it goes up. And secondly, lest I forget that, when you look at this trend here, when such thing appears, remember, do not enter the trade first. Allow at least 1 or 2 candlesticks to appear before you enter the trade. That is exactly how to trade an indicator. Don't just see this signal and jump into it and tell you it's going to go sell. So you may jump into it and it will continue to go buy and you hit your stop loss. So when you have this signal, wait for it. With your candlestick timer ticking, you know when it's going to elapse. Wait for the second candlestick to come up. When you see the last candlestick is going sell, wait for it a little. When the time is about to elapse, like 5 or 10 minutes, you can now go your sell, or wait for the third one. So you either wait for the second one or wait for the third one before you enter. Don't just enter when you see just this kind of thing and this kind of buy signal, buy, and you see this arrow here which shows you're going to sell. Don't enter the candlestick at all. Wait for the next one to appear before, and go at least in 4 hours, and go at least 2 hours, 3 hours before you venture to enter the trend or enter the signal. So that is it. That's the cool thing about this indicator. So I use it with these 2 things, which is so powerful. I still have other indicators I need to attach for me to make sure. If I don't want to attach this one, I need to attach any other indicators. Let me remove this, and I can still attach a very nice indicator, which helps me a lot. You see, good. Attach indicator. This also helps me. So this one is going buy here, it shows you buy signal, but here it's showing you selling. So definitely it's going to sell a little, which is going to sell for 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2, 3 hours. It continues to go buy. See, in 4 hours it's going sell. So this is not an invalid signal. This is an invalid signal. So you don't just enter the trade like this because you don't know the direction of it. Here in 1 hour is still gallivanting, still on the sell button here. See the arrow here. So you don't just enter the trade like this. Allow this candlestick to elapse before you if this candlestick elapses, then the next candlestick is going to happen. You need to watch what's going to happen, because here now is showing you uptrend. this signal here, this indicator here is showing you uptrend. Because I zoomed out, it's showing you uptrend. So the next candlestick is likely to go up. So wait for it to switch to second or third candlestick before you can go what? Sell. Or wait for it to buy and cross this. It has crossed overbought in 1 hour. It will still cross extreme overbought in 1 hour. Then you can now go your selling. But in 4 hours, it's showing you in 4 hours time frame. You see here, it's still gallivanting to go buy. It's still going to go buy. So when trading this indicator, it's good in 1 hour, it's good in 30 minutes, it's good in 4 hours. But if you trade in 1 hour, check your 4 hours and check your time minutes to see if you can have a very nice trend. Smart Trader Indonesia, I know this is not the indicator. So that is it. This chart here is this indicator here is for Smart Trader Indicator. That's why I got the indicator, and it's very helpful. You go sell, you go buy when it crosses this range trade worm here, middle trade worm. So as you can see, in 4 hours, it's still 1 hour is still going buy, but in 4 hours it's what going sell. It's not a valid signal, but if you are too smart enough, you can wait for this to reach to get to a top, you can wait for it to get to a pivot point, maybe a resistance point, or cross the resistance depending on the trend. It shows you uptrend here in 4 hours. In 1 hour, it shows you downtrend. So be careful on how to enter. This is the trend line. So in trend line, it shows you downtrend. In 1 hour, it shows you uptrend. So be careful on how you trade this, on how you enter the trade when you see such entry. But the best thing you need to do before you enter is when you see such thing here, short spike. When you see short spike here, which is up here, it's time for you to go what? Sell. Because this one has confirmed it, this confirmed it too, and this one has confirmed it too. Then the same thing applicable to this point is an invalid signal. Maybe you can take your profit here. This green arrow here is an invalid signal. You can take your profit here, or you allow it to swing down again until you see this red circle arrow with an arrow, circle dot with an arrow, and you can take your profit there. The same thing you still have a lot of invalid signal here. See, invalid signal. Then here, this one is an invalid signal because I crossed. It goes down again, a little down, touched invalid signal, up again, another entry, second entry, now drops to your take profit. If you're too smart to watch it, and if you're too smart to watch this trend, you understand how this works. Because I follow this red line. Look at this red line inside, in between this channel. Red line in between this channel. But if you are good in using the Ichimoku, this also can help you. So this system is very powerful, and you can use it to milk FX market at least 85% accurate signal provided for you. So thank you so much viewers for listening to me. This is Prince FX, Prince Swift, ZagaTech FX, signing off. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and share the video to your loved ones. And I'll keep uploading a short video about this indicator, because most indicators I want to upload have some few things I thought about in the Telegram channel below. And if you want to get this indicator, you know how to there's a link below how to contact me directly, and we'll talk about this indicator. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye for now.